What's good, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what's the best way to actually grow your coaching business in 2022 moving forward. Before we get into this video, I just want to let you know, if you are serious about getting more calls, if you are having trouble getting more calls in your calendar consistently every single month, a consistent, predictable flow of leads for your business, let's sort that out. Let's fix that. See if we can help. Book a call down below. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment. And we're just going to see if you're a good fit, see where you're currently at, see where you're trying to get to, and if we can truly help you. So we'd love to speak to you directly, and book the call down below. So what is actually the best business model? Not business model, best way to grow? In my humble opinion, and what we're going to do for this, what I have planned is we're going to weigh out the pros and cons for each method. So what I think, I'm going to start off with what I think is the best, and that is building a brand. I think it's building a brand, honestly. I think it's building a personal brand, building something that's long term, and building a system that gets you inbound calls. Now let me explain why. The pros of this is very simple, and I can attest to this because I've been doing this for a couple months now, even basically my whole time doing this business coaching. So what I found the most powerful about this method is, when you're building a brand, you'll have people in different buckets. You have, in the first bucket, people who don't know you. The second bucket is people who don't know you but will stick around because you're posting out valuable content and your personality sticks out to them as someone they want to follow. And then the third person is someone who just stumbles upon your content. They instantly just love what you're doing, what you're putting out, and they become very warm and very hot leads. That's the power of building a brand, because let's just be honest, everyone in their goldfish is trying to start a coaching business, consulting business in 2022. Now that's great and all, kudos to them, but what does that do? Just adds more blood to the ocean. If you've read Blue Ocean Strategy, you'll know what I'm talking about. You've got a blue and a red ocean, and it's just making the space more bloody. It's making it a red ocean. It also commoditizes people. And what I mean by that is, everyone's now offering the same sort of service, everyone's now offering the same sort of guarantees, same offers, same everything. And especially when newbies come into the space, they're already beaten out by the people who have such unique offers or have a bunch of clients and have basically not the monopoly, but just basically the mass majority of clients. So when they come into this, they're kind of at a disadvantage, and I'm not discouraging you to try grow it. What I'm saying is, you're going into this, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be very commoditized with your offer. So the way to go around this is to build a brand, because that's the thing. People can replicate the same offer, what you do, your offer, etc. But what they can't replicate is you. They can't replicate your who you are, basically. And I don't mean to sound corny, but it's true. Look at all the people who are at the top of the game. I'm not just talking about coaching, I'm also talking about different industries. So for example, in the automotive space, one of the brands that are up there is Elon Musk. And why is he up there? It's not because Elon Musk, it's not because of the electric cars necessarily. There have been electric cars before Tesla, but it's his personal brand. It's who he is as a person. He puts himself out there on social media, and you see it in the news all the time. You get a feel of who he is, and then people who don't like him, they get pushed away. The people who do like him, they come closer. And that's why you get that's where loyal fans come in as well. People who absolutely have the same life mission and life views and values as Elon, they're going to gravitate towards him. And then obviously that's going to help Tesla make more money, because it's going to sell more cars. You look at Bill Gates, Microsoft. Before, we had things like Mozilla Firefox, we had Internet Explorer, but why do you think Microsoft beat them out? Yes, it has something to do with the technology and how good it is, because let's not let's not get it twisted. Microsoft do make quality products and services, but I can say with confidence that it was largely, in fact, to Bill Gates. He has a personal brand, you know. He puts himself out there. He's not just in the shadows all the time. Yes, personally, I don't really like him, but other people do. A lot of people don't like him, but that creates attention. Attention creates income. Where attention flows, money goes. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. You can name all these top dogs, and more often than not, they are the ones with a personal brand than people who don't, or at the top. Look at the coaching space. We look at people like, just look at the people in the coaching space. People at the top, they've been posting content for a while now. Or if they haven't been posting content for a while, at least they're putting themselves out there. Not just putting themselves out there, because that's not enough. My grandma could put herself out there and not get any traction. What they're also doing is being polarizing. They're actually putting their viewpoints out there so that it brings people who resonate with those values closer to them, and the people that don't resonate with them further away from them. It's polarity, and that's probably one of the reasons why you're struggling to get your brand off the ground, your business off the ground. Excuse me, I have hay fever. It's because you're not being polarizing enough, and it's something I struggled with. When I was growing up, I used to not like confrontation. I was one of those kids who was a pushover just because I didn't want to get into a fight or make a scene. But, you know, I have to kind of sacrifice that now. I've got to just put my views out there more, what I really truly think about the world, and my beliefs out there, even if it pisses some people off. And I'm comfortable doing that now because it's just what I've accepted. If I want to take this brand to the next level, this coaching business, then it's what I have to do. It's a sacrifice I have to make. So let's bring this back down to earth as to, yes, I think building a brand at this point is going to be the go-to method of growing your business, your coaching business. Because as I said again, even if you niche down into a sub-niche, like for example, performance coaching, you could probably name 10 people who are performance coaches. If you niche down to relationship coaching, there's going to be a ton of people who do relationship coaching. Don't even get me started on business coaching. There's so many people who do that. So that's why building a brand is going to be your best bet. Now, if we look at the other things, one more thing as well with building a brand is there's no better feeling than getting those people who come in inbound. There's no better feeling than getting on the sales call and getting the person to say, or not even getting the person to say, but them just saying, hey man, yeah, I hopped in this call because I was following your content for a while and XYZ. It's a complete layup. That's how I got my one of my first clients, because he said he's been following the content for a while, which he has, resonated with who I was and resonated with my viewpoints and the way I grew my business, and that was a total layup from there. And now we literally have a call in 50 minutes, and he's been one of the successful clients. He's been crushing it. Went from booking around, I think it was 2 to 3 a week or 3 to 5 a week, and he wanted to get to around 2 to 3 a day, and we absolutely crushed that. One of the weeks prior, he booked 10 calls in, double-digit calls. I think within our first 7 to 14 days, he booked in 5 calls over a weekend, and out of those 5 calls, one turned out to be a client, a high-ticket paying client, and that's a fantastic client. Paris, shout out to you, and also shout out to my other client, Shoaib, for coming to me, and this time we wanted to help his existing clients get better results. He came to me, he wanted to help his existing clients with casting a vision, long-term accountability, long-term motivation, long-term discipline, because what they do is they'd sign up with him, they'd get very motivated in the first couple of weeks, and then after those first couple of weeks, when things got tough, they'd start to get uncomfortable and say, maybe it's not for me, I'm not cut out for this, I want to give up. So we're helping him with that right now. His clients have been getting better results since we started working with each other by implementing some of the mindset and accountability tactics that I teach behind the program as well. It's not just booking calls, it's also helping with the mindset up here. So that was great. We also met up in person recently, which was amazing, in London, and that was a very, very productive. That was so productive. That was so great. That was such a good day. So shout out to you, Shoaib. Only a matter of time until we get you to your income goal, 10K a month. So that's the power of it. You'll get people who maybe they don't sign on 1 month after stumbling upon you, 3 months, maybe 6 months down the line, now they decide to make you their first choice and want to work with you. Okay, that's the power of it. It's a lot of work, but actually it really isn't that much work. You just have to document the journey. That's the thing. People think it's a lot of work. Yeah, so people think it's a lot of work, but it really isn't. All you have to do is whip your phone out and start documenting your day to day, and then posting some valuable content out there that speaks to their problems and their desires. Okay, what is a lot of work is the other methods, like cold email, cold DM, automations, any sort of outbound or paid traffic. And here's the reason why. It's because you're putting in all this effort. I'm not discouraging effort at all, that's not what I'm saying, but you're putting in all this effort. You have to send 100 DMs to get 5 people to respond back, only for them to say, no, we're not interested, thank you very much anyway. And do you see where I'm getting at here? You are putting in a disproportional amount of effort compared to the amount of results that you're getting back. I'm sure if you stick long enough with it, you will get results. But what I'm trying to say is, look, if you just started building your audience today, if you started putting content out there that speaks to their problems and their desires and their goals, and you started documenting yourself just like be more polarizing, document yourself day to day, I guarantee you'll get a couple people lining up already for showing interest in your whatever you're selling. Sometimes people don't even know what you're selling, they're just interested to work with you. I've had that happen before. They don't even know what I sell or what I do. They just like me for me and want to get closer to me. Let's talk about building an audience and a brand compared to something like paid ads and Google ads and Facebook ads and paid traffic and anything paid. So I actually never have tried paid before, but my issue is I don't think you should be doing that in the beginning. I think you should be going straight for organic first, building an audience, getting that proof of concept first, and then going to try paid ads at around 30 to 40K a month. If you just go ahead with ads straight away, you don't have any proof of concept. Yes, the ads will do the testing and it'll do some magic, but wouldn't it just be easier if you started organic, get that proof of concept at a small scale? Because what's going to work at a small scale is going to work at a larger scale. So in my opinion, organic first, reach about 30 to 40K a month, then you can start playing around with ads. So that's my view on it. Also with funnels and VSLs, I think the same thing, just organic all the way first, get that proof of concept. Start learning how to get clients organically and calls organically first. And then once you have that system, you can scale it up with whatever paid methods you want, funnels, VSLs, etc. And here's another thing about using paid instead of organic first, is that you don't get the time, you don't get the ability to get good at the soft skills. I'm talking sales, I'm talking appointment setting, marketing, communication, copywriting, etc. Because if you're just gonna outsource the job to 5 VAs, if you're just gonna outsource copywriting to a VA, you're gonna outsource it to a sales rep, you're gonna outsource appointment setting to an appointment setter, then you as an entrepreneur, you're building foundations on sand. If you can't even get good at the soft skills yourself first, and you're just relying on team members who rely on you as a leader to lead the business and grow it, then it's only a matter of time until it collapses. So what I mean by that in English, basically, if you're not good at sales, if you're not good at marketing, if you're not good at appointment setting first, all these soft skills first, but you're supposed to be the leader, that's a really bad dynamic to go off of. You got team members, you got people relying on you, but if you're not good at what they're supposed to be doing first, if you're not even good at the skills first, then they don't know who to look up to. If I had a sales rep and I wasn't even good at sales, if I can't even close my own product, how do I expect the sales rep to close my product if it's not even his? You see where I'm coming from? So That's what building a brand, that's what getting in the trenches allows you to do, is it lets you get good at soft skills. And these skills, they never leave you. You have them for life. Once you've cracked the code on them, you're set. You're probably never going to go broke again. If you know sales, if you know how to sell, then you'll never go broke again. You're recession proof. Okay? I hope that was helpful. I hope you now know the power and why I truly believe building an audience and a brand for the long term is the way to go, is the moving forward for your coaching and consulting business or an agency owner, if you happen to be one. Again, if you enjoy this video, would love if you just left a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you are serious about getting more calls in the door, book a call down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys.